Hello there folks, welcome back to ESC Adam, and it looks like we may have another Eurovision Song Contest on the horizon. And not in the traditional sense. Obviously you have the main contest, you've got the Junior Eurovision which is happening in December, but seemingly out of nowhere from a broadcaster in Bhutan of all places, it seems like we may be getting the Eurovision Asia Song Contest. Now, what is this? What's going on? We're going to talk all about it. Before we do, leave a like on this video, subscribe as well for more Eurovision content coming during the off-season and in the ramp-up to Eurovision 2026 over in Vienna. So, the Eurovision Asia Song Contest is actually not a brand new idea that was just drafted out of thin air from this Bhutanese broadcaster. It actually had its beginnings nearly a decade ago in around 2016-2017. Back then, the EBU began development on it with SBS, which is the Australian broadcaster who handles their participation in the main contest, and for a while it was looking like this might actually come to fruition. The invite was extended to all countries within the Asia continent. I guess that's nearly like 70 countries, which would be insane. And things move slowly, but it says by March of 2019 10 countries had confirmed their intention to participate, these being Australia, Vanuatu, Japan, Kazakhstan, China, South Korea, New Zealand, the Maldives, Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands. So okay, we're already getting things ramping up, but then things kind of stopped. There's probably a few reasons for that. I'm sure the pandemic didn't help matters when that kicked off in 2020. A lot of broadcasters the world over were having to cut back on projects or scale things back, so it doesn't really surprise me that the Eurovision Asia Song Contest may have been kicked a little bit into the long grass. So why has it been revived now? Well, the first rumblings, although I guess a lot of it went overlooked, was in May this year. In May this year, we had the main contest taking place over in Basel, but around that time, the Bhutan Broadcasting Service, or BBS, which is the public service broadcaster, I guess, or the main broadcaster over in Bhutan, said that they intended to participate in Eurovision Asia, stating that this inaugural contest would be held in Bangkok, over in Thailand, with 18 countries participating. How they knew that, or did they just pull that out of thin air, is anyone's guess. But for a broadcaster to go out like that and sort of state this very definitively, I think is quite telling that something may be on the cards. And then in August, the location was slated by the same broadcaster, BBS, instead to be Mumbai over in India, as then it began organising a national selection titled Drukdra the same month to select the Bhutanese representative. And the time I'm recording this, that is going on now. In fact, tomorrow, the day after I'm recording this, they are selecting their artists. So whether other Asian broadcasters like it or not, Bhutan is full steam ahead on the Asia Song Contest, it seems. You've seen in like the little clips, they've got the branding going. They're really seemingly committed to making this happen. So aside from Bhutan as seemingly the main confirmed one, we have potentially a confirmation from Vietnam. Their broadcaster, Ho Chi Minh City Television, or HTV, they've allocated a time slot for a program that's titled Eurovision Asia on the 31st of August 2025, so only a couple of days away. Obviously, a contest the magnitude of Eurovision can't be run with just two countries. As mentioned, back in May, BBS stated that 18 countries were slated to participate. We haven't had official confirmation to that as of yet. We don't know if it's the same as it was nearly a decade ago. Is the invite open to all Asian countries, or have we got a more select list? Basically, we still don't know, or I'm not convinced yet, that the Eurovision Asia Song Contest is happening for definite, but it seems these steps are being put in place by these broadcasters, like from Bhutan and from Vietnam as well. There are a few countries, obviously, that are within Asia that would be eligible to take part in this, that also compete in the regular Eurovision as well. But as if that isn't enough for the EBU to deal with, they are also probably got one eye on the Intervision Song Contest. Now, this is not affiliated with the EBU. This is the Russian version of Eurovision, and they're seemingly getting that underway. That's taking place in September this year. They've supposedly revealed their list of confirmed countries, although it's still up in the air whether some of them are actually competing or not, and some of them, of course, are from the Asian territory. So what would a Eurovision Asia Song Contest look like? Well, if it's being sanctioned by the EBU or being, in develop with them. There's not really been any confirmation on it, but if it is, then I'd like to think it'll be very similar to the Eurovision productions that we see year on year, obviously with its own twist. It'd be a great showcase to show off Asian culture, specifically the culture of these countries that would take part. I think it could be something that's really cool, you know, a long talked about idea finally brought to life. It would be great. And like I say, we've got this national final from Bhutan. Supposedly Vietnam is doing something on it as well. This is in no way a direct confirmation that a full-on fledged Eurovision is actually happening. At the time I'm recording this, we've heard nothing from the EBU. As far as I'm aware, they've remained pretty stum on the idea. So yeah, a bit of a short one, but I just wanted to talk about it in brief, that we could very well have a new Eurovision on the horizon, which I think would be really exciting if it does come to fruition. You'd like to think that BBS over in Bhutan wouldn't simply stay 18 countries are taking part if they didn't have some grounding in that. At the time I'm recording this, they are the only ones putting something forward, and shortly after this video comes out, we will know who their representative is for the Eurovision Asia Song Contest, supposedly if it's going ahead. Rest assured, if more updates come out, if we get more confirmations from different countries, things like that, I'll do a video covering it, because this is something, a rather interesting development that sort of caught us all off guard a bit out of nowhere, but it's something I'd very much like to follow, and something that I do think has potential to come to life. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and subscribe as well. As I said, more ESC videos will be coming during this off season and in the build up to next year. I've been Adam from ESC Adam, and until the next one, I'll see you next time.